Okay guys, um, I'm back here in the Reba Viking Center. I was here last week with my family for the great spring market, staying in the tent camp. Um, this weekend we're back with the kids and we are staying in one of the small houses, which is really nice. This house in particular is called the Shoemaker's House. I just wanted to give you a wee update about what's going on because it's been a hectic time and there's so much coming up. So grab your favorite drink or snack and sit down and we'll have a small time together here. And thank you for joining me here in the Viking House. I'm going to tell you a bit about some of the projects I am working on right now. The first the first project I will tell you about is about a certain axe that was discovered in the ground in an excavation not far from here, very close to where I live as well. And I've been in touch with the archaeology and the inspector of the museum in charge of conserving it. And I've been in touch with my favorite blacksmith, a good friend, a great friend, and great master blacksmith. Actually, it's the guy who forged almost all the tools you see me using in my videos. And the blacksmith has been trying to reconstruct the axe based on drawings and pictures we got from the museum and the archaeologist. Um, and then me and the blacksmith, we actually went to see the original axe and compare. And as we speak, the blacksmith is working on an updated version that is even closer to the original. And this is a very exciting project for me. Both the archaeologist and the blacksmith are actually good friends of mine, and to have these people working together on this project is just amazing. And in the end, I will end up with a really cool axe, and I will be able to showcase it. And I promise to be using the axe and get a nice photo shoot in a Viking setting, so that the museum can use this for promotion about the exposition at some point. And it's a great project. So that's one thing for sure. And I can tell you this much: you're gonna see a happy smile on this guy's face. To be there in the secret storage rooms underneath the museum with rubber gloves on and actually touching these real Viking artifacts, a real Viking axe, metal, iron, conserved and preserved, was just once in a lifetime for me. That was so amazing. So I really look forward to that project. But there is some time to wait. We'll have to do that. Yeah. Another really interesting project is that I'm working on a video about making flour and the whole process from grain to flour and to actually bread. And I believe bread was a really important factor in many people's life. It's a simple food. It's a basic food of many diets. And I have a friend who has a small millstone for hand use that I'm going to borrow. And not long ago I visited Bork, which is a Viking living history museum on the west coast of Denmark, a bit north from here. They have reconstructed a mill based on the earliest remains we have in the whole of Scandinavia of a water mill. And it's mind-blowing to think that the Vikings had access to this kind of technology. And I was fortunate enough to visit the Bork at a time where I was able to get a demonstration of the mill. It's a marvelous building, and the engineering and the skill to make this, all the gears and the whole thing, it's just, yeah, I don't know, mind-blowing for me. I guess I'm saying mind-blowing a lot. Maybe I should find other words. But it was a really big experience. I had my daughters there and they were loving it as well. Right now they're sleeping over there, little darlings. We were making flour from grains using this mill, and afterwards we were baking breads with the flour from the mill, and it was a great experience. So I have a video coming up about that at some point, but I'm missing some pieces for it. But I think it's going to be great, and I look forward to showing you guys the mill. It's astonishing to see how all the little pieces work, and it's so simple and yet so genius. So the flour mill in Borg and making flour and bread is a video that is coming up as well. Right now we're here in Reba, in the southwest of Denmark, Reba Viking Center, and it's one of the largest living history museums we have in Denmark, and it keeps expanding. There's a huge group of volunteers working and building on making the place bigger, reconstructing. Over the last 5 years, there's several houses that was reconstructed. There's a harbour, boats, a church, and the latest project is so interesting. They're reconstructing a ring fortress from the Viking Age. I'm sure you know that the ring fortress is one of the most iconic structures, and the symmetry and the geometry of the ring fortress is iconic for the Viking Age. We have them spread around Denmark as in strategic places, and they were huge fortresses that played a major role in the defense and in the political forming of Denmark, I assume. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to film some of the building process. It's happening right here, and I was able to fly actually last night at just as the sun was going down. I was able to fly the drone around the building site, and it looks fantastic. And from the air you can see the whole symmetry, and I look forward to showing that to you. I don't know exactly where that will fit in what video, but anyway, it's a really cool project, and at some point I will be able to share this with you. Some of you guys have been asking about the wagon that I have, the wooden wagon that I built as my COVID project, and I will be making a video at some point in the autumn as well about the wagon, how I build it, how it's assembled, and how we use the wagon when we're doing reenactment. Another project coming up is I made a collaboration with one of the biggest and best leather suppliers we have in Denmark, who has been sponsoring a really fantastic piece of leather that I'm going to be making into a pair of Viking boots. I have a few videos about shoemaking, both for the pattern and sewing a shoe, and more recently, I don't know if you saw the video about making kids' shoes, and if you didn't, you should definitely look at that video. It's really cute. I had my daughters helping me to finish a pair of shoes, and we were walking around. But I'll be making a pair of Viking boots. This, I think, will be past summer, maybe in September, October. But that's another project coming up as well. And we can't forget the fact that you guys are absolutely amazing. My YouTube audience keeps growing, and the feedback I get from my videos from you guys is overwhelming. And this, of course, is just a small hobby I have to film things and make videos. I really enjoy it. I don't earn. Well, I earn a tiny bit from YouTube, but it's a ridiculously small amount. You have no idea. But I do enjoy making these videos no matter what, and whenever I get feedback from you guys, reading the comments or reading you guys sharing stories with me or encouraging me when I'm doubting myself or not sure about what to do, I'm getting so much love and kindness out of the interaction we have, even though it's between you two. But you guys writing me answering comments or me answering comments, that sort of interaction there is with you guys. I kind of feel like I know some of you quite well, which is really, really awesome. But thanks to you guys, the channel is growing, and we are getting very, very close to 5,000 subscribers. This might not be a whole lot in YouTube world, but for me, having had this channel for a few years, it's a great milestone, and I'm sure we'll find a way to celebrate that. I have some ideas for some giveaways and some things that can happen there. Yeah. So I can hear my 4-year-old snoring, sleeping over there. Yeah, so I think that's more or less it for now. Oh yeah, one more thing. I know it's not the main purpose of the channel, but the time I spend in the forest with the animals and finding wildlife has also increased a bit, and I have some amazing shots of the wolves that I can't wait to show you as well. I've been dripping them out as small drops, beats on the string in the other videos, but I have some really, really fantastic moments, and I got to film them. And with the wild boars, I've been managed to get very close to them, of course in a safe and respectful distance without interrupting too much. I've been getting very close to them, having when they had the piglets, when they were just a few days old, barely walking, and drinking milk and playing around and slowly growing. So there is some wildlife footage that you're gonna get exposed to somehow. I think it's an important part of the videos. I think it makes sense. So yes, guys, that's it. I'm going to finish my beer here and head to bed. It's late, and we're gonna have a busy day tomorrow here, training and fighting and explaining the audience about the Viking Age. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and for spending a little time with me here in the Viking House, and cheers, and I'll see you around. All the best.